Hey, welcome in everyone to this week's episode of Dungeons and Cuties. Chat, if you would do me. All right, Tom, would you like to do our recap?
Yes, totally. Absolutely. All right, so in episode 12, the party came downstairs to find Israfel and a strange woman sitting at the bar. Originally, the party thought that these two were in cahoots and maybe one was controlling the other. Soon, the party found out that the strange woman was Captain Severa, or Captain Peacock. We were able to sit down and talk to them. It was a little awkward at first, but we found out that Captain Severa is our contact in getting a ship. We also were able to speak, kind of, with Israfel and come to some sort of agreement on our situations, with him trying to capture Candy and us not wanting him to capture Candy. What else happened? We found that Captain Severa is actually her own strong, independent woman and has her own rules on the ship that everyone must abide to, or they do not get transport. Yori had been flirting with Tia, his totally not girlfriend, while kind of discussing Tia and Tala coming with us, which turns out maybe not yet. They won't be coming with us yet. While flirting, Yori shoved his entire fucking fist Tia's nose. It was not great. Everybody was super embarrassed. Tia ran away. And I think we're now heading to the docks and meeting up to get our captain and our ship signed over.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. Just sorry, 1 second. I'm also babysitting roommates' dogs, and thought I had enough time to give everyone a treat. So I'm literally like in the middle of dog. Okay, I'm coming. I gotta change the music. Ah!
I'm so sorry. Do you want me to talk more?
Nope.
I can talk more.
Nope. I'm back. Haha! No scuff. I'm here. Everything's here. Any dog noises you hear in the background are purely coincidental, and they are not real otherwise. Damn it, I wish I had memorized the video warning. That being said, those of you that would like to, when Tarlo returns to the party, maybe 40 minutes to an hour later, you are all on the dock side. Captain Severa before you, explaining a few credentials. If you would like to roll an insight, you can. I am rolling an insight for Malia.
Alright, let's do this.
Credan got a 5.
Nat 1. Yes.
Nice.
So I rolled a 2. Is it? Can Bongo switch it out with his passive insight?
You can use an inspiration. You got tons of those, Bongu.
You know what? Start knocking them off. We'll do 1 inspiration. Okay, that was a 6. Let's do another one.
The music when that
And that
happened.
was a nat 1. So we're gonna stop right there.
No way.
Yori, do you want to roll?
Yeah, I got a 19 on insight.
Finally.
My eyes are deep. I'm looking deep.
Oh no.
There really is a reason it's called the Walk of Shame. Even if you shower, it stays with you. It lingers. Especially when you're with something like Israfel. Speaking of, Tarloa, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's actually pretty good. Where's my constitution? That is a 22.
Okay? You beat it. That's fine. You don't notice. For you, it's just business. Work, even. But remind me, every time that your business is conducted, you'll need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
does Yori pick up? Can Yori see the tilt of guilt? With a 19.
Very likely.
Okay.
Yeah, Tar feels bad, but also feels like they made the best choice they could have.
Malia has no clue what, but she also rolled a 19. So though she doesn't understand why you can't meet her eyes, and even still why there is such distance between you when the both of you shared such an intimate moment, a vulnerable moment, bare before one another, there's complicated expressions, fleeting glances. Tar, what's your passive insight?
Not great. That's actually 15.
Okay, you can tell that she's confused. Yori, you can also tell that Malia's confused. But for you, Yori, it's you look at Tar, Tar looks at you, Tar looks away, you look at Malia, Malia looks at you, she looks away, Malia looks at Tar, and then looks away, and then Tar looks at Malia. So for you, did something happen there? You don't know what, but something. But now is not quite the time. Alright, I'll give bonus XP if you guys remind me what Lady Severa's accent was. Was it slightly posh? Posh woman British?
She sounded very respectable.
Yeah, she had.
It was like kind of posh, but not like outlandish.
kind of like a higher class type tone.
Alright,
Look downish.
okay.
Like steppies, you know?
And, alright, bonus points if you tell me the name of the ship before I find it in my notes.
Did we
The
get
Queen.
told the name of it?
Finny board.
The-
No.
It's
That's
the
not
queen.
the queen.
The queen.
Queen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
It
Oh,
has
yeah.
the
Did I
it's
get
the magical
Finny
ship,
Mhm.
and it like splits and like has the markets on it. Yeah.
The penny board is another ship that I have mentioned. So, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
can all have an extra 100 XP. Very good. The
Hey, yo.
Queen.
Yay!
All right. All around you is the smell of the sea and hot sun. It is a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. There is a gentle breeze just wafting from the sea, but it isn't the stench of the sea. It is this luring, gentle, salty spray smell, like the kind that you would bottle in a candle and you would burn on rainy summer nights. The birds in the sky, there's some families a bit up the dock tossing bread for seagulls. There's a little boy who loses a cone of ice cream that the seagulls maul, but it makes him giggle. Like, it's just pleasant. It's pleasant. And Severa spreads out her arms, her long, wide coat that the interior is decorated with a variety of colors. It looks like it's a satin sort of fabric that when the sun glints off it, it shifts like a mood ring. the jacket itself is like pinned and tied around her back. So it stays on almost like a cape, but it is undoubtedly a massive captain's coat. And she says, "Welcome to the Queen. Your good friend, Master Yori, Tala, spoke with me. Said you needed a ride. And I'm happy to provide so long as my conditions are met. If you choose violence, you must accept the consequences of said actions aboard my ship, which occasionally, and most undoubtedly, will be, well, maybe fisticuffs with myself, or you'll meet my sting." And she pats her rapier. Choice is yours. Understood? Nod.
Just Queen.
Yes. Excellent.
A nod.
Not nodding.
All right. Second rule. Children are not allowed in the gambling hall. Period.
Dory pats Candy's head.
I literally look straight because that's not me anyway. So like, why is she saying that? There's no
I don't
children.
think we have any children.
Yeah.
Children are also prohibited from drink and purchasing any of my exotic goods. I do have an apothecary on deck, well, on board as well. You adults understand. Third rule. Animals are to be unharmed. I have several dogs on board, my own. Leave them be. And so long as you can abide by these, and not be found at odd hours of the night wandering in places where workers and other sailors should be, I think we can get along just fine.
Ma'am, I have a question.
What a sweet voice you have, Randy.
Ow. I have a question.
Ah, of course.
Can we pet the dog?
Yes, there are 3 of them. Diamond is temperamental, she's old. But as long as you're respectful, absolutely.
Alright. I'm gonna pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Excellent. Well, we ship off in 40 minutes. If you have any last anything that you want to do here in Trademark, I suggest you do, because we will head straight for landfall, and you know what landfall is, right, Master Yori?
Yes, yes.
Good. I expect you to assist over any tumultuous terrain the Queen might befall. Any of the rest of you have sailing capabilities?
Well, I've been around ships quite a bit of my life. I grew up kind of on a port, so I'm more than happy to help.
Excellent, I'll take it. If you're ready, you're welcome to come aboard the now. And then she turns on heel and clicks up the plank. And it's just you guys and your NPCs.
Okay. I will start real quick. I want to wave down somebody that can deliver a letter from me. Do I see someone?
Oh, there's
Out
plenty.
there.
There's plenty of workers or street urchins. Kids
Ooh,
peddling
street
stuff.
urchins.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a wave down one of them. Like, hey, come here.
All right, let me roll. Oh, okay. It's a little girl. She's probably like 12.
Oh. Hey there, sugar plum.
She's just like,
and
ew.
oh, sorry. Hey, girl. I have a gold piece here, and I flick out a little gold piece.
Her eyes widen.
Could you deliver this to Grandma Lily, please? You know, the house, the pretty one with the apples next to the windows. Yeah, that one. Please deliver this letter. And I did handwrite a letter to Grandma Lily beforehand. Not saying where we go, but just informing her that Candy and Yori are going on a nice adventure, that she should keep up with her medication, that I love her very much, and that we will see each other again soon, just so that she doesn't worry.
Okay, just roll persuasion for me.
Alright. That is 17 total.
Okay. She says, all right, it'll be done, sugar plum.
Thanks, girl. And I wink at her and do finger guns.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, it's cute. Anything else for Candy?
Nope, that's it. After that, I want to board it.
Okay. Yori.
I think Yori's just looking over the whole ship. He's just like, yeah, this is the kind of ship I'm talking about. And he doesn't really have much to say, so he just starts to. He wants his presence to be known. So he gets kind of like a nice swagger, a little bit of hip sway. Shirt's a little extra open when he's walking up. Like, hey, you know, I'm the hottest one here. I'm the coolest one, you know.
Roll a performance.
He's kind of like catwalking his way up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
That's a lot better. 17.
Okay. Some of the sailors on deck do kind of, they notice. They're like, all right, that guy looks like the shit, but for the most part, there's a ripple of emotion among the sailors. If you walk like a duck, but you can't quack like a duck, you're not a duck. So they're gonna expect you.
Does Yori
to...
sense that?
Oh yeah. They're just gonna
I start
expect you to
quacking.
walk the walk. Oh no, that it was a metaphor. They just expect.
I like. I do like the fingers at my eye, like, hey, I'm watching you, and I'm like, quack, quack, as I'm going up.
There's a little bit of chuckling under the breath. This Leonin shakes his head, his big mane like wafting in the wind, like, oh hell.
And that's all for Yori.
Okay, Bongu.
Bongo wants to get kind of a feel for the ship. He's seen a lot of ships come and go. He's been on a couple of them, but he just wants to get a feel for the ship, the layout, what goes on. So he'd like to take a walk around it and just see, what rooms there are, the condition of the ship, interior, and sleeping quarters, things like that.
Roll an investigation.
That is 12.
Okay. Your stroll of the upper decks, which include, you think, the captain's quarter, like door, which you don't go in, the war room, poop deck, bow, stern, etc. Everything is... It's older, but it is well taken care of. It's very clear how well the wood is loved and tenderly attended to. When you head below deck, it's a wide set of stairs, not a narrow or skinny one. Takes a moment for your eyes to adjust from the bright day into only lantern lit. Ropes hang from the ceiling, beams, but everything down here is just as well, just as tenderly taken care of. It's got a big underbelly. There are 3 sections fully below the deck. This first section is for crewmen and very likely where your party will be sharing quarters. You can sense the magic, though you don't see any runes or arcane or archaic markings. It's got a smell to it. So beyond like the waxed wood and the oil in the lanterns, there's a bit of this acrid scent, almost like the smell after a lightning strike. A little bit of ozone. Very, very, very stinging. And you smell it all down the hallways. Catching whiffs of it where it's like, oh, that's pungent. But with your roll, you don't ever see any of the magic. You're just aware that you're surrounded by it. The doors themselves have a variety of handles. Some of them are hook handles, some of them are rounded, but they're all antique. Some of them are simply clasps that you lift up, pull back, almost like those that you find on a bathroom stall. There are a few individuals here that don't look sailory. Chief among them, one of the doors is open. It looks like there's a chaplain dressed in priest robes, kneeling by his bed, a book open in his hands, and you can hear a murmured prayer. The room is very, very tiny, but it's enough for a single occupant. Even the room itself, when you glance in, Bongu, is decent. You don't see any obvious signs of stowaway rodents, fungus, or disrepair.
I think admiring Bongu is just going to say aloud, what a beautiful ship. Yes, it is old, but there's a lot of love in this ship. He's going to keep note for later to mention the condition of the ship to the party. Just out of admiration and to make sure it's cared for, and also the note about that lingering magic in the underbelly.
KK?
For the priest, Bongu would like to just make note of the room that the priest is in, and is the prayer that the priest is reading over aloud, or again mumbling?
He's mumbling, but what's your passive perception?
Passive, I believe that's a 17. Let me double check. 17.
Okay. It sounds like he's praying to Melora for safe passage. But what really strikes you? Not necessarily like unnerving, but the phrase of it. May the eye of the storm pass on us and follow us. In a hurricane, the eye of the storm is calm, but you've never quite heard that vernacular. Yeah. It just strikes you is all.
Yeah. Does Bongu have any recollection from his time in and out of temples of Melora?
You tell me. Has he hung out in some of Melora's temples?
No, Bongu hasn't. This is actually going to be something that he may have a conversation with the priest about later.
Okay. I mean, you can roll history if you'd like to know kind of a general about anything Melora and her temples and worship.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Oof. History. 15.
Melora, whether she's worshipped or not, is very typically prayed to on any seafaring adventure.
Okay.
So it definitely is worth asking him where his allegiance lie. I mean, the two of you might be able to, nerd out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sailors especially worship Melora, asking for good weather, calm seas, and the like. But there are some who worship deities like Poseidon.
Okay.
An offering, a offering from Melora is usually in the form of like a small bowl of a, the only word that's coming to mind is kanji, but that's Chinese. It's like a rice milk concoction. It's sort of left out. But rice is
Okay.
very bad for birds, so I mean, but these are medieval like science is not a big, anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I think Bongu is going to just take note of it and stroll past, keep on with his walk.
Okay. In terms of things of interest, that's what you find. Crewmen actually don't allow you beyond the second floor. Because below that, there's animals. Well, the animals are in the very, very belly. But there's important shipping goods. The galley is also on the third floor. And so all their food stores, anything that would be of considerable use. You do find out, talking to a sailor, that the brig is in the very belly of the ship. So,
Okay.
yeah. And in your explorations, you do see said dogs. And one of them is not a dog. It is a panther.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She
Awesome.
wears a collar like the other two. One of them looks to be like a German Shepherd mix of sorts. And then the other one is this very small, very long, weenie looking thing. Yeah, you've never seen a dog this short of legged and this long of body before. It's like a ladder that just, or a pancake that was poured wrong. Like, you don't know.
Are the dogs just free roaming?
Yep.
Or are they kind of okay? Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a knee here and just kind of stick one of my arms out. Gonna look at the dogs to see if any one of them decide to come and meet a turtle.
Right, roll a handle animal.
Oh boy. All right. That was a 22.
All three of them let you pet them.
Oh. Oh my goodness. You guys are so sweet.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
the weenie dog is the most friendly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you guys so much. And I'm gonna stay there for probably a good 5-10 minutes or as long as they allow me to.
Okay.
And just give them scritches.
When the panther headbutts you, she almost knocks you over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's the biggest of them.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah.
And as you're petting the black fur, you can see that there are like hidden gray stripes that like blend into the fur. So as you're like scritching back and forth, she's got a very interesting pattern in her coat.
Cool. Okay.
When she does leave, it's like licks the weenie dog really hard, like just wow, and the weenie dog like barks, and then they all like start playing and running and yeah.
Cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mongu is gonna head back on up then and probably look for the rest of the group.
Okay. Tar. What are you doing?
Alright, so Tara has a lot on their list.
And don't worry, everyone will get a chance to run into the dogs.
I think first thing Tara's gonna do
Mm-hmm.
is head back to the inn and talk to our captive before setting him free.
I had assumed we kind of dragged him along with us.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, find somewhere slightly private to talk to Benin.
Talk to who? I'm sorry.
Benin, our captured guy.
Oh,
Our hostage.
is he still cuffed?
I don't think so. I think we... And if he is, I'm uncuffing him now, and I'm going to tell him that I spoke with his boss, and that we're going to try to make sure we save his family, but for now, we need him to be our eyes on the inside.
Okay. What does that look like?
So we will message you with a spell to check in on you every once in a while. You let us know about any movements, any changes in plans, or anything suspicious that's been going on.
So you want me to go back and lie?
Not lie. I mean, work for him, but tell us what happens.
He looks worried.
I don't think you have too much to worry about. I think your boss is going to be working with us a little bit better from here on out.
What makes you say that? What did you do?
I had a long talk with him. I'm gonna kind of
Roll a persuasion.
make a suggestive eyebrow with that. Oh, that's a nat 20. Plus 5, so 25.
$25. All right, okay. That's enough. He's like, okay. He's uneasy about it. He's clearly afraid of the potential for things to go wrong.
I'm just gonna send him on his way. There's nothing I can really do to reassure him much, but
He does, okay, he takes one, last look at you as he's descending the plank onto the wharf. Because there's still several, minutes before you ship off. And he just looks at you. And there is hope, fear. He lifts his hand, pulls up his hood. And then you watch as his back disappears into the crowd of Trademark.
okay. Alright, I'm gonna consider that task done. Next, Tar needs to go get Footstomper and Footstomper's pet, and then quickly stop by a clothing and leather store to see if they can find a dress that fits Felix.
Okay. For the dress, roll investigation. For Footstomper, roll animal handling, because you're going to need to get him at to the very belly of the ship, but you're going to have to pass him off, because you're technically not allowed down there yet.
Ah, okay. 18 for animal handling.
Okay.
13 for the dress.
You find a dress, but it's not usually what Felix wears. Felix typically errs towards princess cut, ball gown, southern belle, really fluffy, but you find something that's kind of sleek.
Can I send you a photo of something I'm kind of looking for?
Yeah.
But it might. Okay. Something like these. That, like, leather armor could be added to.
Yes, this is very, very similar to what you find.
Okay. Tar will buy that then.
Okay. That's going to be 25 gold. Because it isn't
Alright.
poorly made. But it isn't like exotic material made, but it is well made.
Mhm. Okay. Perfect. And then I think Tar is ready to get on the ship.
Okay. Footstomper's very pissed that he has to be downstairs and can't just wander. But you roll high enough that with a little bit of bribery and some carrots, he lets these other fools handle him. And the squirrel, they are like best friends. Like you don't know what goes down when you first go to get Footstomper, but there are like mostly rounded pebbles like laid out in some sort of strategy game across his stable corner, and there's like there F and S and then like dash marks of like, you know, points. Like it's like the squirrel has a cigarette in his mouth. Like it's, you don't know what's happening here.
Alright.
But the squirrel doesn't
That's
talk.
fun.
He doesn't talk. He squeaks at you, which is curious.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Anything else for you?
I think that's all for in town. Yep, so all good.
Okay. You good if we meanwhile to someone else?
Yep, all good.
Okay, Yori.
So we're just like on the top deck of the ship, just kind of exploring essentially.
Yep. But you can explore down 2 levels. And you can kind of get to the 3rd level, but they don't let you like explore. You can like get down the stairs into like the like first chamber of the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Mhm.
And have we been told, or do we know where our sleeping quarters are for us?
2nd floor.
Second floor.
Mhm.
Okay. I think Yori's gonna make his way down there just to kind of check out like the environment that they're gonna be sleeping in for a while.
Okay, roll an investigation for me.
That is a 14.
14. Okay, you'll see a lot of the same things that Bongu did. The fine and nice, old but well taken care of. Only on some of the pillars, at the very, very base and the very, very top, you see the etchings, the old arcane markings. Some of them have sort of a burnished bronze color. They don't reflect the light like typical burnished or inlays would. They almost look like the beam's support attachments, but they're all over. And you just noticed every doorway, the stair rail, the underside of the stairs, even the lamps themselves. These same etchings that are like a interconnecting string, like an arcane sentence or a chorus of music that just runs through the whole ship.
Is this something Yori is familiar with, being on a few ships of his own? Or is this like new, like, I guess, magic he's seen?
So the magic is more powerful than Yori's able to cast. So it would be considered quote unquote new to him. But rumors of the queen and what she's capable of are kind of far and wide. You've just never seen it up close. And like seeing it, this is like the wizard tower, like the emerald towers, like magic circles. And you know that Trademark has one, like an actual building with this massive portal in the upper part of the city. Mostly for wizard and noble use. It's quite a pretty penny to use it, but you've seen it before. This outside, almost amphitheater-like construction. And when it is activated, there is a hum. Almost like a song through the skies of the city. This has the same feeling as that. Just powerful magic.
Okay.
It's unique. It's very, very unique to the queen. What Yori would know about other ships, yes, sometimes wizards, druids, sorcerers are hired that can cast Gust to get the ship going faster. The queen doesn't need that. The queen, in and of herself, has contingencies. The ship itself, so long as the somatic components or whatever she may have, you'd have to figure it out. You'd have to ask the captain or the mage on deck that runs this. But in your head, you could think, okay, maybe they burn some components. You know, maybe this is a steam engine, even though it's like a massive galleon that has masts. Maybe in order to cast their spells, they still need to speak these things. But the ship itself is capable of casting magic through its wood. But obviously the ship isn't sentient. So for Yori, he's like he's almost like the gif of the woman like squinting in the math equations, like how? Okay, all this magic is cool, but how does it work? Like how? What? Is this like the magic circle and trademark? Does someone need to run it? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know Yori would probably be somewhat used to like sentient due to like elvish ships he's been on. I think in his mind he's gonna put aside like, I kind of want to sweeten up Captain Peacock, kind of like maybe like charm her in some way to find out more in general, and who like more about her. But he's gonna just kind of put that aside and I guess continue on to see where he's gonna be sleeping. So he wants to know if it's gonna be a crappy spot or not. And he wants to investigate to make sure there's no one like, I guess, inspect that there's no peepholes or someone trying to spy on them.
Okay. So you want to like.
I kind of want to know if we have our own private area or if it's going to be open to ears and eyes, whether that's like visible to us, like
and you
we
want
just
to talk.
know,
You want to
or if it's
ask.
hidden.
You want to ask the captain, right?
I
Or
want
you
to see
just
for
wanna
myself
look.
first, as if
Okay.
I'm just looking around. But Yori does want to charm the captain to maybe get some information or see where it leads.
Okay. Just roll for me one more investigation. Also, Smako, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And Tay, thank you as well.
Would I be able to use passive?
I'll allow it, sure.
Okay, I have a 17 for passive.
Okay, with a 17. There is a room that has bunk beds, enough for all of you. And you think that one might be yours, because it's still got a sailor in it cleaning it up. And when the sailor looks at you, he's got this... he looks half-elven. Red hair, eye patch, but the hair is not like Felix's red. It's like Crayola crayon red.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
yeah, and the roots are a bit blackened, and then the tips are a bit blackened. And he looks rough. Like his leather is like sun bleached, and the shirt underneath is like open. The strings just kind of lackadaisical. He's dressed and looks the typical pirate.
Does he look like he's worse off than like the others, like potentially like a slave or someone who's been captured
he
and
looks
just
like he's in
forced to do
trouble.
his job? Okay.
Yeah, all of his dirtiness looks like he's been plucking barnacles probably from the underside of the ship. He's got an apron on, and when he sees you, he takes a toothpick out of his mouth and is like, "You the new guy?"
Of course I'm the new guy. And you might be?
The maid. And he put the toothpick back in. Also, this music is like so creepy, so let's doesn't need to be that creepy for meeting this guy.
I was like, do these walls have voices?
Sorry about that.
Is the ship turning in the ocean right now? It's like wood cracking.
Split pea soup just spewing everywhere.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he just says,
So-
I'm the maid. And you and your crew that just came on, this is your room. And it does have a door. It also has a little portcullis, little round window. You think the only one that could fit out there is Candy. And then you have a horrible, like a moment of just like the baby just throwing herself out the window, like, oh God. You have to look away, and he's back to picking up his cleaning supplies.
Okay. So you're literally just called the maid. You don't have any other name?
Well, you break the rules. You gotta earn back your name, so don't fuck up. And he puts the scrubber in the bucket, picks that up.
I see, but you've broken no rules with me, and being new, I would at least like to know who's cleaning our room.
He just looks at you. His gruff hands are like covered in rings and tattoos. And he leans forward and he whispers, Sinbad. But you can call me Sin.
Wait. Did you say Bimbad?
Sinbad. Whatever.
Sinbad. Oh, I thought you said Bimbad. My bad. No pun intended.
Holy shit.
Sinbad. So it's very nice meeting you. I would not like to call you maid in these small quarters here. A name is earned and it's given, and from birth you shouldn't have to just lose it. So, for me, I will call you this. Is there anything I should be worried about on this level? Any aggressors? Anyone who I should avoid, perhaps? That's maybe a little more on edge than the other pirates?
I don't understand the questions. You paid to be here, right? You're not like a stowaway and I'm gonna have to arrest you or some shit?
No. Paid to be here for sure, but I just want to make sure we're not ruffling any feathers by accident. You know, we're new. I just, if Joe in the corner there loves to punch people in the face because you say hi to him, I just want to know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do have a Joe. But,
Oh,
you should be fine. Joe just gets a little weird sometimes. Goops on you a bit. Just don't say anything about it.
Goops. Oh, okay. He's a spitter. Okay, I get you.
No. Have you gone around much? I heard you were a sailor. Are you not is it the turtle that's the sailor?
No, I am a sailor. That is for sure. I've
Well,
gotten around in other ways. if
You know,
what
the
I mean.
earring.
That kind
I
of
thought maybe you were,
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, you just look like a. What do you mean? You look like a I don't know. You look like a sailor. I don't. This is weird.
Okay, I am good looking. I'll take that. I appreciate it. It's very
I mean,
kind
I
of
don't
you.
want to be like politically correct or anything, but you just kind of look like a fish person, or just
Oh, because I'm blue and have fish ears and swim in the water. You think? Because I'm made of water.
look. I don't want any trouble. I'm just
It's
So-
all right, Bimbab.
fuck. And then
No trouble.
you hear a deep voice that bellows that just says, "Hey, maid, you're needed below deck. That new fucking horse is taking a big shit." And Sin's just like, "Fuck."
They're massive. Trust me. You're
Thanks.
gonna be spending a good hour on that down there.
And as Sin comes out, there's another like kid voice that's like, "I told you shouldn't have done it, man, but you just had to take the captain's hat." And he's like, "I don't want to hear it, okay? Shut up." And the other accented voice is like, "Enough haggling back and forth, both of you. Stop interrupting the guests as well. Leave them alone. Get to work. We're shipping off." Yep.
Well, good luck shipping the shit, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna continue walking around here and just kind of look around, inspect. It's very clean. I appreciate all that you've done, and I'll keep an eye out for you, Bimbad.
He just walks away, like a little bit dejected.
You did just call me a fish, so don't feel too dejected.
You. Yeah. And then the kid is like, "Oh my god, you called him a that is rude. That's racist." And he's like,
Right?
He's
Right?
just because he's blue and has fins." And the
Yeah, and because I swim like a fish, it doesn't mean I'm a fish.
yeah. And then the guy with the accent just says, "Enough, all of ya."
Is this the where gnome?
And I think at that point, I'm just gonna kind of let him go and just kind of do a good look of the whole area and make sure, like, I feel like we have some privacy here.
It looks like it. There's a door.
Okay, so no, like, large, like, I guess, cracks in the wood or
Nope.
anything like that that you already
It's
feel like, hey, that's kind of weird.
Antique, but well taken care of.
Okay, perfect. All right. I think that's all for Yori. I know his next step would be to go to the captain and talk to Captain Peacock, but he's pretty happy knowing that they have a safe place.
Okay. Credan.
That's me.
What had you be doing?
So he's he saw Yori like do his little strut thing, trying to go onto the ship, and he's gonna try and like imitate it, just to. In his mind, it's more of like an authority thing, and he wants to kind of pick that up. So he wants to try and imitate that. But yeah, once he gets on, he's gonna look for Tar, probably, if they're around.
Yeah. What's your passive investigation?
11.
You don't find Tar at first. You actually run into the pack of dogs first if you're on the ship looking at all. Before you run into Tar. Because with an 11, Tar will actually be finishing all of their chores, and then you'll run into each other. So if you'd like to pet any of the dogs, I need you to roll a handle animal.
I would like to pet all of the dogs.
You can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes with all of the dogs.
Right, yeah. For a dirty 20.
Wow. Okay, not only do you get to pet them all, but Diamond, the panther, she starts playing with you, batting you around. It's as if she's accepted you. And I mean, she slaps you pretty hard. And some of the other sailors are like, "Oh, watch out! She's not. Her claws aren't capped."
I'm gonna like giggle and kind of grab her and roll around with her.
Roll in athletics.
Whoa, we're gonna use an inspiration. That is much better. 18 plus 7, whatever the hell that is.
Okay. I'm just gonna like play this cute little sound effect here. So, you know, you've got some play sounds here happening. She's literally springboarding off of you, like doing backflips, like up into the air, and then like coming after you with like a snarl. But it's almost like this, like low motorboat sound, and then the weenie dog is just like yapping, just like yep, 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 yep. He's like sliding into you, and the German Shepherd gets into it, front paws down, butt in the air, tail wiggling, barking, woo woo. But you know, it's fun because the weenie dog sounds like a squeaky toy, like fat but little voice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. And then the panther is just this. Some of the sailors are a little worried about the sounds that she's making, but they're very happy. So, yeah.
Yeah,
you
there's probably some sounds coming from me too.
Yeah. I mean, it turns into like fun for all the sailors, and you kind of get lost with the back and forth playing. And Tar, when you return to the ship, you return to the kids playing.
Ar's just gonna kind of fold their arms and kind of lean somewhere and watch them play.
Okay. Kernan would...
Give me...
Oh.
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Ooh. I just... Oh.
I think he's pulling up his script.
Oh.
No, I just sent you a whisper.
Okay, we're whispering. Hold on. Do I need to make somebody make a roll?
Tar would like to sew leather armor onto the dress. Really cute like.
Okay, I don't know how to spell this. Forgive my spelling. Hold on 1 second, Tara. I've got to whisper back.
Okay.
Jealous he got to play with Diamond.
You should go play with Diamond later.
Yeah, you know, but I planned on, but now she's all like in love with him, and I'm like jealous.
Bring fish. Make her with you more.
Yes, okay.
That's on par. 11.
Okay. Tara, what's your passive perception?
Perception? 12.
Okay. And really quick, what were you wanting to do with the dress? Were you wanting to go deliver it first and foremost?
I was gonna just put some leather armor on it, just to make it look like, oh look, it has protection.
Oh, cool. So are you gonna try and like use the leather needle and like stitch that stuff on?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'll just need you to roll a sleight of hand, or a strength saving throw.
Oh well, I mean, I'll obviously go for the strength saving throw. Thank you. 18.
Okay. The needle is very thick and curved.
19.
Okay, 19. It's hard work, but you pull up a barrel, take a seat, and as you're working on this, your passive perception catches this playful snarl that you think is one of the dogs. But when you glance up, it's actually Cardan. And then he straightens, big old smile on his face, a little bit of sweat on his brow, hair like flying in the wind with him pulling back. And there's just a moment that everything in you that's a ranger sort of sits up and takes notice. Only to quickly push it down as the cat springboards off of Cardan's chest, causing him to spin, and the two of you make eye contact. And whatever it was vanishes.
Oh, hi, Tar.
Hello, Cardan. Having fun?
So, oh yeah, I'm having a blast. Did you know that there's a panther here and a sausage and some more puppies?
Well, I do now.
Yeah, they're all good. So how did everything go? Is everything okay?
Everything's better than it was. I hope.
Okay. Is all right. He doesn't really know how to take
Is there a
that.
ball nearby or something that I could throw to distract all the dogs?
Yeah, there's plenty of toys. But you don't want to throw it too hard or it'll vanish. You know.
Mm-hmm. I just want to see if he gets distracted like one of the puppies.
Okay. Okay. For the sake of science, Cardan, go ahead and make a charisma saving throw, and Tar, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Okay. Dirty 20.
7.
Yeah, he does. He catches it. Lightning
Oh.
fast. And then hands it to you without missing a beat.
I'm gonna throw it again.
Cardan, roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh Jesus, that's another 7.
Okay. Tar, go ahead and roll an athletics.
All right. 25.
What the hell?
Yeah, you have to go catch it.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a little weird.
Uh-huh. Am I getting any certain vibes?
The ranger
From
in you
this.
is just sitting up and taking notice. I mean, but there isn't visibly anything aloof. It's still Cardan. His hair is like spun silver, and there's like some gold and bronze in there as well, like metal, but it's mostly silver. The hair is like very, very similar to Malia's, but hers is gold. His is, yeah. Same, like,
Okay.
healthy tan skin. But, yeah, I mean, he looks elven. He's just big. He's just a big boy.
So after he gets the ball the second time from wherever it is, he's gonna kind of realize what the hell is going on and like throw it back to her and be like, "Thanks, good talk. Glad everything's better." And just kind of look around for Malia after that.
Okay, Malia is on deck, but she's up on the bow of the ship. Just standing
Who
quietly.
Who else is around?
Felix. It looks like the two of them were talking.
He's gonna kind of wait patiently and out of earshot until it looks like there's a lull in their conversation,
Okay.
and then approach.
Okay, it's not long, and she's like, "Oh, good done." Sorry.
Hey, Malia. Hey, Felix. Do you mind if I talk to Malia?
Oh, not at all. She was, we were just finishing conversation. I will, yes. And he kind of just steps away.
Thank you. Hey, sis. Where are we going?
We are going to an island. And we're going to do our best to save the silent princess.
Oh, okay. How much do you trust Tar?
I've worked with them before. I want to say a lot.
That's good.
I want to say... Anyways, why do you ask?
No reason. Just
Hold on. You can't start a conversation like that. How much do you trust Tar? Why? Tell me why.
Because she seemed curious and may have
They.
They
Tar,
seemed curious.
Tar is far beyond gender. But, anyways. Curious? In what way?
She threw a ball a couple times and I couldn't help myself.
Good damn.
They.
You can't...
To be fair, I am very tired. I think I need to go meditate and take a nap.
I think you need to be very careful. I mean, you... You can... You do have control, right?
Yes. Mostly.
This can't be
I-
a mostly thing. This...
Like 98% of the time. I was just playing with doggos and I was having so much fun and I you know how much I like animals. I mean, obviously.
Right? She just rubs her temples and then the bridge of her nose. You can't lose control. It's not an option. Don't put me in that position where I have to choose between my family and the people that I have come to love.
Control isn't an issue. But
Well, we also don't know anyone's thoughts or opinions on,
Right.
so
That's my concern.
it's just best to keep it quiet for now. Especially when we're on a vessel in the middle of the ocean with no real or good apparent way off the ship, right? It's kind of like being stuck in a tin can under the waves, you know?
Yeah, maybe don't mention
Right.
that.
Of course I won't. I'm letting
Because-
you know what. Right. Kadan, I will protect you with my life if it comes down to it. And then she puts her hand on your bicep and squeezes. Because she can't reach your shoulder. But I will also protect those closest to me. And if that means... well, let's just not let it get that bad. And let's...
Oh, I don't think it'd get that bad. But I don't. How well do you know them? Do you. I mean, do they know about you?
No. Oh, gods, no. Of course not. No. I would never divulge anything like that to anyone beyond our borders. It's not... Too many of us would... Too many of us have been put down
He just.
for less. I just... Right.
So you don't trust her that much.
It's a
Then
and it's a budding thing. It's new. I don't even know if it's anything. I don't know. I could just be not that important.
no, don't say that.
And she looks away from you and like hugs herself. You never know. I don't want to make assumptions, and
He's gonna pull her into a hug. And don't worry, I'm sure they feel the same about you. Because you're an awesome person.
well, nothing has happened. There's no... right? Just... besides, I'm a horrible person to be with. Like, I just... sloppy when drunk. Tend to just... go and do... to investigate whatever strikes my fancy.
He's gonna, like, pull her out of the hug a little bit and then just kind of give her a little bop on the head. Like, don't say that about yourself.
Well... thank you, but, it's true. And I can't expect anyone to really accept me if I'm always running.
Well, if they don't expect you, they don't accept you, they don't deserve you.
Roll an
But I'm
insight.
here for you too. Where is that? 19.
She pulls away from you, grips the railing, and looks out over the sea. She has changed since being home. There's a weariness about her, a heaviness.
He's gonna put his hand on her shoulder.
Okay. She is far more closed off and distant than she's ever been. I mean, all growing up, Malia's sort of lived in her own world, pursuing her own interests. it's only now that you can see the physical difference in her. And she says, well, maybe you're right. Or maybe we're all fools. And I'm just a master at it. And then she taps the railing and says, well, best not fret over it. We're about to go on an adventure. So, let's take all of our things to our room, which I hear is finished being cleaned. Looks like we'll all be rooming together, so whether that's for better or for worse, I suppose.
He doesn't adopt the chipperness yet, and he just like looks at her, squints his eyes, and he's like, we're family. You know you can always talk to me, right?
Thank you, Kurdan. And likewise.
Okay, great. Let's go see our room.
And we're going to take a very quick potty break right there. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hello, we're back. Sorry about that. I was fighting with the maps and all sorts of things. But anyways, hey, we all have returned. Let's make sure you can hear everyone, and OBS is not being a piece of poo-poo. Candy,
Meow.
you have a chance to wander around the ship if you would like.
And wander I do. I do want to reach out to the puppies.
Okay, I would like you to roll an investigation and an animal handling, please.
All right, all right. So for investigation, I have a 3.
Okay.
Cool. But for my animal handling, I have an 18. Hehe. That's much better. That's all I cared about, honestly. 18.
Okay. With an 18, the biggest of the puppies, Diamond, does let you cuddle her. Only the reaction that you get, young Tabaxi, is for her to begin purring, and she does lick the top of your head. Dib makes a small sound, and then he crawls down your hair and becomes a cute little bow necklace.
Oh, I am purring so hard, and I am definitely licking her back.
The puppies do sniff you and treat you as a kitten. So you are involved in the. Here, look at this. Look at this food I found. Look at this treat. Let me share it with you. So it becomes like a pile after all the play with Kurdan and finding Yuri and kind of playing with him. You are pulled into the panther's arms, where she cuddles you and then falls asleep.
I fall asleep as well. That's all I wanted to do. I feel right at home. It's been a lot for me, like I've been getting chased. There's like some weird human trafficking going on. I haven't seen Grandma Lily in a while. Like, all I want is some good motherly love. And that is what I'm getting right in this moment.
All right. I am dropping all of you on deck for this next piece. I will find a panther, don't worry.
Yes.
All right, make sure you all can move your tokens around.
Hey, Yori's working that wheel.
Okay, here she is. She should show up right next to Candy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your card? Let me move over.
She's a big girl. So these are 10-foot squares. So, and she is large. Big girl. Some of you, if you have a passive investigation of at least a 12, you think she might even be dire. She's so large. One of her paws is bigger than Kerdan's face. Bigger than Kerdan's boobs when he talks.
Wow.
She's a big...
Impossible.
She's a big girl! Okay. Any other roleplay before the ship sets sail? All right. The cast-off is grand. There is an impressive shattering sound, though nothing is broken, as the queen casts off. Each of the masts swell, and when the sun hits them, they glitter as the magic pulses through the fabric like veins on a leaf. And she begins to sail, cutting through the waves, clean as a knife. For the next 5 hours, it is uninterrupted, beautiful day, sailing. At the end of the 5 hours, Tar, you finish putting together the dress and the leather, creating this sort of defensive gown for your closest friend. And it is also time. Ding, ding, ding. Grub's ready in the galley. All of you guests that are up on deck. It's time you start settling in for the night. It's dinner time. And each of you are called below deck.
Yori's gonna rush on over. He's hungry. Dinner.
Can Tar go find Felix right before dinner?
You sure can.
Bongo's gonna waddle on with Yori, following him to the food.
This is after the 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So can I trance in that 5 hours?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yay! Long rest for me. Yeah.
I'm also getting up and getting my grub.
Okay, Candy, you also can have a long rest if you haven't long rested yet. Because you took
Thank
quite
you.
the nap with all of the animals. You get up, and Diamond then stretches and yawn. When she opens her mouth, it's a little intimidating.
Not for me. Of course not. Never for me.
Her big boxy head almost knocks you over as she purrs, and then rubs you with her cheek, marking you. And then she sets off downstairs. Food is provided for them in their part of the galley, and everyone else is gathered. The sailors on one side, the guests on the other. There is a table set aside just for your group. At the other table, you notice that there are other individuals. Not only the priests that you noticed before, Bongu, but several others. Tar, you're one of the last ones below deck because you look for Felix. And he's simply holding some ropes and hatch open that head down the stairs for everybody, alongside a different sailor that he's been salaciously flirting with. And as you approach him, he leaves his station and looks down at what's in your hand, looks up at you. What is this?
Well, now that we're out of a horrendous town that doesn't respect you, I thought maybe you could try being yourself.
His eyes widen. And he looks down at what's in your hands and back up to you, and you can feel the fear. Oh, that is not necessary. It is probably better. I just safer.
Why would it be better?
Well, because there is a pressure for someone that is, you know, is a man to continue to dress and look like a man.
No, I don't know that. Why would you put yourself at different expectations than you would put me?
Because it's different. We're different.
No, it's not. It's not.
Roll a
You
persuasion.
deserve better. Okay.
Can I give her a help by like leaning over and whispering to him like,
What's your passive
hey,
perception? You have to notice
15.
that Tar's talking to 15.
Yeah.
Tar, were you trying to be sneaky?
Not sneaky per se, but not outright in the open.
Not public. All right, 15's pretty high, so I'll allow for you to have kind of heard this a bit, Cardan. So you lean over to Felix. What do you say?
Hey, they put a lot of effort into that. I watched them sewing all that together, and I think it would look really good on you. You should just take it.
Damn. All right, you have advantage.
Oh yeah.
It's the I think it would look really good on you.
17?
You made this for me.
I mean, part of it. I added some armor to make sure you're protected.
All right, he takes it. Thank you.
Thank you. I want you to be more comfortable.
I think I'm going to skip meal. I suddenly have a lot on my mind.
You want me to bring you some food?
If you would like, it is not necessary. Thank you. Thank you, Tar, for thank you for caring. And then he quickly swipes at his face and turns and walks away.
Did Tar notice that Cardan was kind of helping?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Cardan. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I know he's not like other men, but I think that everyone should be able to feel comfortable in themselves. And it really does look nice. You did a good job.
Thanks. It's probably the third thing I've ever sewn. Alright, let's go grab some dinner.
Let's.
All right. Anyone with a passive perception of at least 11? At the other table, there are 3 individuals that seem to be traveling together, and then at a separate stool and bar is the chaplain. Dinner tonight is a corn on the cob and a panko fried fish in heavy grease. Everyone is also given like a 1/4 of an inch of butter on their plate for their corn. And the cook, pretty large fella, looks human. He says, "Enjoy it while it lasts. Because when we're out the real sea, it's kraken, tails, and octopus for everyone." And the sailors like groan, but then he laughs. Clearly it's some kind of inside joke. The chaplain looks a little green at the gills, looking at his fish, despite its well preparation, like it's got tentacles and eyes. Little green, little. The 3 next to your party, they dive in. They look to be a dusky-skinned elf. Could be human male. And then a very diminutive female. Probably a gnome. And they dive right in. At your table, Malia does ask, where is Felix coming?
Sorry, forgot I was muted. I'm gonna bring some food to Felix.
Understood. Is he okay? I'm just
gonna kind of pull Malia over a little bit to the side. Like a little kind of awkwardly, like going to touch her shoulder and then like kind of retreating, but then going to touch her shoulder again, and then just kind of like a awkward gesture to turn away from everybody else. I made Felix a little bit of a gift earlier, and kind of gave him a lecture about being who he really is and not hiding.
Oh, I see. I was also talking to him about that earlier.
Really?
Well,
How'd that go?
I mean, he denied and denied and denied. It went about as well as you,
About as well as it always goes.
He has a tendency to just sort of not allow himself any reprieve, really, or any...
Yeah. He thinks he has to pretend.
I mean, if I grew up like him, I think I might feel the same. I mean, we're all hiding something one way or another, right? And when she says that, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh god, I'm already choking. Charisma saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 9, but I think I want to use an inspiration if that's okay.
Sure.
Much better, 16.
Okay, with a 16, you don't... If you had failed, you would assume that she knows. But because you didn't fail, she doesn't know. There's no way she knows.
Uh-huh.
So instead of panicking, you recognize she might be talking about herself, which causes a light
A
bulb.
different type of anxiety.
Exactly, a light bulb to kind of flicker and then just stare at you. Like, what is... If she says that, what is she hiding?
Well, sure. Most of us do have something to hide, but maybe it doesn't always have to be hidden. It's just something we feel society will reject, and thus we don't say it.
Right. I mean, there's always a time and a place. You know, I just understand where Felix is coming from. And at that point, dinner is served at your table. And it smells divine. The oils, the spices. I'd like all of you to describe how you eat your dinner, starting with Candy.
All right.
How do you eat? You rip into it, or are you gentle?
I'm at sea. I'm kind of hungry. I just slept with a panther. My wild side's coming out. I'm just digging in, but not like completely animalistic. I'm not gonna go like no cutlery or anything. I'm just gonna have a good sailor's appetite, and I'm sticking my head into the food, so to say.
Cute. All right, Yori.
Yori's of course eating the food. He's just kind of like really buttering down that.
Bin Bad.
corn.
Bin Bad does mumble, you know. So you eat your own kind.
Oh, he mumbles to me.
Yeah. But he's trying
Like,
to
is
joke.
it-
He's clearly trying to joke.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Bim bad. If you want it so bad, just tell me. So I eat half the corn and give him the other half.
And he's like, no. Ah, shit. I actually came over to apologize to you, okay? And, hi, the rest of his crew.
Ah, yes. Everyone. This is Bim bad.
My name is Sinbad.
Hello, been bad.
Hi, Binbad.
No, that's not my name. It's
I've been bad.
someone in the back who's like, ah, Bin Bad!
Bin Bad.
That's your name now!
He's super cool. They call him the maid, but he's been bad by heart. He's been bad by heart.
Ooh, are you serving us?
No.
No.
Well,
I'm
nice to meet you, been bad.
great to meet all of you. If you have any questions, my room is at the end of the hall. If you like need towels or your bathwater filled, that's what I do. I came
We are
over.
roommate.
Do you give baths?
No, I don't give baths. Look, my name is not Bin Bad. And someone in the back is just like, his name's Bin Bad, fellas! And on the sailor side of the galley, they're all just like, bah!
'Cause I just want to say that I've been bathed. You know what I mean?
Go on.
Is it because you've been bad? Like, are you good now?
He just
Or
takes a deep
are you
breath.
still bad?
He takes a deep breath. I just wanted to introduce myself if you had any questions. There's a little orange sign at my door if you need anything.
Why is it orange?
I don't know. Ask the captain, okay? I'm sorry. Please stop bullying me.
I'm not bullying you, Bim bad. I want to know more about you. I'm glad you came to me.
He sets the
And to the
pitcher of
group.
juice down at your table and he just leaves mid-conversation.
All right, Bim bad. It was nice talking to you. We'll hang out again soon. Maybe we can do some fishing later. How's that sound?
Says nothing.
All right.
He goes
Good talk.
he goes and serves another table.
I continue eating the corn, and I'm like, this food is wonderful, but I can't wait to taste the sea again. The squid and what that gentleman earlier, the pirate, mentioned, it sounds wonderful. I don't know why everyone got sick over it.
Well, I don't know if it's safe to actually eat a kraken. You know, they're like legendary creatures, right? They like sink ships. Like there's a
Well,
lot.
yeah, but
There's a lot of lore about them, and especially for going to landfall, you know, that's like if it's not high tide, like well, this ship, despite it being magical, I don't know if it can sail through that.
true. I would not want to fight a kraken, but
Well, I mean, it's cold, that far to the north, so shouldn't be krakens, right? And she like looks around. Then she looks at Kurdan and Tar, right?
I wouldn't mind testing my strength against a kraken.
Oh no. I don't want to fight anything that's like as large as our ship with like, 20 tentacles. That we've done enough of that. Kurdan, I know you weren't with us, but like there were some weird things in the temple.
you don't have to worry. It's the beautiful thing about a kraken is because they're so large, they can swim in both hot and cold water.
Oh, good.
Doesn't really affect their body. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Yes. Okay, let's not jinx it.
Ooh. Wait, maybe if we eat it, we get some of its powers and we become super powerful.
Yes, Candy. Yes, we need to eat a kraken.
Malia just kind of gags. Okay.
I think of the stories I could say to the lovely ladies. Yori, the Kraken Slayer.
Okay, aren't you already called the Kraken Slayer because you've literally tapped an Illithid's booty?
I did.
Okay, so then...
But I want to dominate another Kraken.
Bongo's laughing so hard.
Yeah,
He's heard
could
stories of the
crack it up.
Krakens by the ports, and none of them have been tasty or good, and not one person has said they've ever ate one, so he's having a time here.
They make Kraken liquor from its ink. I've heard this. We could try.
Okay, well,
Since Tar knows a bunch
What's-
about monstrosities, Tar's going to contribute as well. I've heard that Krakens love to eat pirates, especially ones like you, Yori.
oh good.
They search for you.
Oh, you're cracking some jokes, aren't you?
I doubt we'll see one. They do exist, but not as many as people make it out to seem. We should be fine.
Well, I'm sure if I ever came across one, I would have a moment of fear like anyone would. It is a large creature after all, but I wouldn't mind being cuddled by a kraken once.
Well,
Just say I have.
who do you think that slain this one here?
What do you mean? There's a kraken's been slain?
Are we not eating one?
No, we're having corn and panko fried fish.
Malia looks down at the fish. Oh, it's just fish shaped. And she like scrapes off some of the seasoning, and you can't tell if it's a tentacle or a fish.
It's a fish dino nuggy.
That's not funny.
A fish stick.
I thought we're eating kraken right now. That's why we're talking about it.
Oh my god,
No,
what if we
no.
are? Are we? We're not. No.
If we are, just know that if a kraken has been slain, it is possible. So you're only safer now.
Well,
What are we eating?
I don't know, but it's delicious. It tastes like the sea, and I love it. Got a little bit of everything, though, for sure. They've definitely milled and grinded a lot of stuff together to create whatever this is.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little skeeved out right now. Does anybody else want this fish stick?
I'll take it.
Mr. Mel.
Bongo would take it.
Here you go.
Oh, Kerdan, go for it.
Sorry.
Candy already finished her plate and is feeling really queasy right now.
It's almost got a hint of chum in it.
Oh, God.
They might have mixed it up a little, but still great. It's like it just has that funk.
All right. Is there more
Tar,
corn?
did you want to split it?
Not anymore.
Just shrugs.
Who uses the word
Digs
funk
it.
to describe food?
Been trying to expand my vocabulary, so I kind of make things up sometimes.
Malia looks a little pale and then just pours herself more drink, only to like really look at it. And then she sets it down. I think I'm gonna go talk to the cook. I'll be right back.
Tar's gonna take this time to gather up some food and bring it to Felix.
Okay. Any other quick roleplay at the table?
Yeah, I want to roll sleight of hand to grab Malia's wine or whatever she's drinking.
It is wine.
Perfect.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand.
That's unfortunately a 22 total.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, you trade your cups, juice for wine.
Bottoms up.
That's so messed up.
Roll a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh no. Okay, that is a 4 for the disadvantage.
Oh no.
I rolled a 4 and a 5, if that makes it any better.
As
see.
the hazy fog of alcoholism descends over your field of view, you gain the poisoned condition.
Oh no.
Your spirits feel light, and everything is meticulously funny. Candy.
We ate Kraken.
Everyone else at the table, roll insights.
Yori's gonna grab the panko, just seeing this, and he's gonna like make it talk and be like, "I'm a mesh of fish."
You're so funny.
I'm just using a inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll roll insight.
18.
Oh, I got a crit on insight, but crit 20.
Bongo got a 22.
Okay, with a 20 and a 22, Kerdan, what'd you get?
18.
All of you know that the rosy flush on Randy's cheeks.
Oh, I changed out to
Oh,
Candy.
Candy's
Yeah.
cheeks. Right, Candy's cheeks are... You all look at her cup. And then you look at Malia's cup, where she was sitting. And then back to Candy. And you all have to make the decision now. Do you tell Malia that you let the baby get drunk?
Yori.
You mean the princess?
Yeah, the
Yes,
princess.
yes, Bangu.
I can, obviously, Candy has had Malia's drink. I can let this ride out, or I can also end the poisoning here. Do you think Candy should have a time, or we should stop this?
I think I should have it. It's so fun.
Well, we are having a nice meal, but the moment she acts up or we see Malia, just the instant. Cure her, get it done. And then we act like nothing ever happened because you don't want her mad, you trust me.
Kerden, do you agree?
I mean, she's a grown woman, right? She can do as she likes.
Cardaniel is more than right as always. Cardaniel knows exactly what is up. And I stand up from my chair and I go over to Cardaniel and start patting him on the back, like giving him big old slaps on the back, like, yes, my chum. Kind of like that.
Bongo's gonna chuckle and just say, we'll keep watch for now and just make sure things are safe.
Yes. Yori, I believe I have rope in my inventory.
What?
Yes, I have some rope. I'm going to tie a little rope around like a loop of Candy's back, so it's kind of like a little backpack, and I have Candy on a string.
Well, roll me if that would work out. 'Cause I'm not gonna
Kind
let
of like
that
the
happen.
little kid backpacks, so if she gets out of hand, I can pull her back.
Roll me. That I am going to
It's
no.
your athletics versus her acrobatics. Or vice versa. Yeah, or vice versa. Either way. I like to call this roll-off athletics.
All right, roll me.
I got a 16 plus 4, that's a 20.
You are so lucky. I got a 10 plus 7. So 17.
Yep, so I got Candy on a leash,
Oh my god, Yori.
a backpack leash.
So mean. You don't even trust me. It's just so funny.
You say this, but you stole alcohol in front of us and drank it, and now you're drunk.
I didn't do it in front of you because
Yeah, you-
nobody noticed it.
Candy?
Credane's gonna lean over to Bongo and why can't she have alcohol?
It's how do I put it? You see, candy is obviously kind of lighter than you and I, and it takes into effect a whole lot more. And well, I haven't really seen candy drink alcohol, um, but I assume it would affect them a lot more because they're quite a smaller lot than you or I.
That makes sense.
But Yori has been with Candy quite a lot longer than you or I, and seems rather concerned, as you can see from the leash.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on her.
I think that would be best.
The rope is also there, so if we have to reel her in when Malia comes back, we can heal her in time. I can just kind of tug, and you heal.
Little fishy.
Bongo's gonna take a look around the room and see, is the priest still in the underbelly eating with everybody, or they left the room?
Yeah, at this point, he has taken his plate over to a small cart bin that Bin Bad has, and he's excusing himself. Like, you see him actively leaving.
Okay. Bongo's gonna let that go. He was thinking about starting a conversation, but run into each other more. This will be a journey.
Okay. Candy. Roll a perception.
All right. That's 19 plus 3, 22.
The cook on his belt has a beautiful string of just purple and green beads. Looks very expensive.
Ooh, Yori, can we go over to the cook, please? Please?
Am I on to what Candy's probably doing?
What's your passive insight?
I have a passive insight of 14.
Candy, roll a deception.
All right.
You have a perception of 22. If I need to look at, see for anything.
As an insight.
16 total.
Yeah, she's innocent. She's probably hungry. She's probably given up.
All right.
Come, Yori, come!
Yori's gonna follow, but it's like being tugged by an aggressive dog on the end of a leash. Come on, get.
I stand behind the cook and I tug on his shirt. Hello there, Mr. Cook.
Oh, just a wee tabaxi, huh? What can I get for you?
I just wanted to compliment you on your wonderful, amazing cooking. I would have thought that we would get the weirdest grub and the nastiest food here, but I'm so surprised. This is so good.
Oh, he smiles, beaming a little bit, chest puffing out. You're welcome, wee one.
How long have you been cooking? Has it always been your job?
Oh, a passion of mine. Cooked with my mum as a boy. Used to run a bakery before the tsunami hit.
The tsunami? Oh, that sounds so scary.
Aye, they're a bit of a trip. But, it was a long time ago. Did you want seconds? Or do you want to try some pudding cake?
Pudding cake would be most wonderful, but also what? That seems like you've been on a really long journey already, and you must have so much experience. being on
Oh,
sea and all.
I've cooked a lot of things. I don't think there's really a dish I haven't tried at my hand at making.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. Well, it does seem like you're coming around pretty well. And she looks at the belt with a string. Seems like you've come to some really wonderful riches too.
Perhaps, I suppose. I'm gonna roll a perception. Oh my god, he rolled so bad. Yeah, he doesn't see where your gaze goes. He says, a lot of the goods, though, inherited from my mum after she passed.
Oh,
Oh.
that is such a tragic but wonderful story. I have always wanted to be on a grand adventure where I show off my gorgeous riches and just be the most beautiful princess everywhere.
Oh, that's quite a high aspiration, yes.
I know, it's just a shame that I look so run down and I don't even have anything pretty on me at all. It's quite devastating.
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Yes!
Oh, that's so dirty. This is an heirloom.
I got an 18 total.
All right.
With advantage.
It's not the purple and green beads that he pulls out, but it is a leather stringed necklace, and at the end there's this mother of pearl teardrop. It's very pretty. There's a bit of blue beads around it and some seashells. And he says, there you go. You can hold on to that for a while.
My goodness, that is so gorgeous! Oh my goodness, you are truly the finest chef and seafarer I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much.
He rubs the back of his head. He's like, oh, you're a sweet
Yori's-
little one.
Yori's rolling his eyes because he's seen this so often by now. He's just like, oh my god. They're just holding the string defeated at this point. That it's happening again.
I'm twirling around, just twirling away with my new beautiful mother of pearl string.
Yep, and you have a cup of pudding cake, and so do you, Yori.
Oh my god.
Well, at least I got something out of this, and I say that to Candy only, not like out loud to the chef.
Bongu, while you're left alone, you and Kerdan, I need the both of you to roll perceptions.
23.
Okay, and Bongu?
That will be an 11 plus. There we go. 7, so 18.
Okay. Both of you are going to hear this. The other three adventurers are talking. And the possibly half-elven guy says, I understand we're going to landfall. And there's been some rumors of undead. Supposedly, only one ship's been lost so far. And the gnome responds with, undead can't touch the ocean. Duh. They don't know how to swim. And the half-elf says, I know. But I'm not talking about zombies. And he leans in and he whispers, but the two of you hear it. He says, I'm talking about vampires. And Midrow makes a sound. And the half-elf looks at the drow and says, I'm serious. And then the drow retorts. From my home, vampires are the least of our concerns. If one boards the ship, I promise it won't last very long. And he finishes his wine and pours himself another glass. The half-elf leans back. Well, I'm no priest, but hopefully that chaplain knows what he's doing. Just in case. And then the gnome, well, what ship was it? Do you know? He says, some unnamed merchant ship headed into the Icefire Isles. She saw it's a shame. Maybe they didn't have anyone on board? Or if they did, they were killed. And the drow pops his neck. If it is a real vampire, very likely it wouldn't have mattered. There's different levels to the undead. And the half-elf says, well, why do you know so much about it? He shrugs. You've been around for a while. I've seen them. Fought them even. That's what the two of you hear. The drow continues to explain that there are vampire lords, vampires, vampire spawns, different variations. And if it's a true-blooded vampire, then it won't matter that there's a chaplain on board. And the drow finishes his second glass of wine and he stands up and he heads out of the galley. The half-elf and gnome soon to follow.
Dan, you heard?
Yeah, I heard it.
We'll have to tell everybody when they're back, but it seems we have quite a treacherous landing spot that we're being taken to.
Yeah, they did say it was just rumors, but often rumors come from some form of truth, so.
Have you run into vampires before? I've only heard stories myself, and I've been around for a while.
Same. I've never run into a vampire before.
Okay. Well, it may be good for us to talk with the chaplain before we get close to our landing point so that we can maybe gather some more information so that we're ready if these rumors prove true.
He nods. Yep, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. Ponga's gonna polish off his food, his drink, and start taking his food up, or his plate up.
Okay. A quick pause there. Tarloa. Felix thanks you for the meal that you've brought him, and he is at the back of the ship, just swinging his legs on a barrel, just waiting. A little, a little lost, but less, stressed looking than before. This will work as him for now. This token here in the back.
I was gonna go ahead and take a careful and quiet seat next to him and hand the food over.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Tar. The gift is folded very neatly next to him. I was listening to some of the sailors. Apparently there have been storms. When we hit icier waters, we might be dealing with some rough seas.
Uh-huh. I didn't really come over to talk to you about the weather. I want to check on you.
I'm absolutely fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's very clear.
I am. Look at me.
Is there any alcohol bottles nearby?
Nope. Not that you can see. Surprisingly.
All right. What can I do to make you more comfortable in your own skin?
I don't think you need to worry so much. I am very grateful you you even accept me as I am, no? You know, have been thinking, Tara, I don't know that I need the world to care or to accept me or I think what means the most is a person I trust as much as you is fine no matter what I look like. I'm very lucky to have that. Back in Trademark, there are men who they talk. We all talk. But some of them cannot even share with their wives how they really feel. Especially when it comes to the very dangerous work. You know, accidents happen. Sometimes
Yeah.
we don't
I'm
make it
familiar
out.
with that.
Ah. You understand. I feel fortunate to have someone I can have a meltdown with and be in a dress with makeup streaking down my face and you still hold me. I am more fortunate than some of my brothers in arms. This is a very big step, and he pats your gift, but I am very grateful for it. I do not feel comfortable wearing it today, but maybe I will. After all, Candy and I are going to play my favorite pastime.
Okay. That's okay. I'm happy. I'm glad. Tar's just gonna scoop him up in the
Oh!
greatest hug ever.
Ah, I'm glad you are not mad. I was afraid you would take offense to. And he just closes his eyes, and you can feel the stress melt away. And then his shoulders begin to shake, and pretty soon he's crying.
Tar's just gonna keep holding him.
You don't
It's
have.
okay if you never wear the dress. It's about you accepting yourself and don't hurt yourself. Not for others. They're not worth it.
He just keeps repeating, "Thank you," on a whispered tone, and then he is, for several minutes, clutching at your shirt, and when he pulls away, he's mopping up his face. And he is wearing eyeliner, so that's a little smudgy, and he tries to fix it. And, sorry, I did not mean to, lose myself. Far more emotional than I had intended to be.
Me too. That's okay. At least the door's closed. Ugh.
Tar,
Tar feeling tiny bit awkward. Because they did just squish Felix, and they don't really know what to do now. It's just kind of fix their posture a little.
He takes a deep breath and he says your name. After a moment of silence, Oh. He looks up. He looks down, and the energy shifts between the two of you. I am worried about you.
Tar stays silent.
It was only a moment I spirited away to find you when you were said to be missing by Kurdan, and I'm not going to question your methods, my friend. Not at all. But I am worried because of what your partner looked like. It was not the tiefling, as far as I am aware.
No. He was not.
Is there something I need to know?
Just that I want to protect this group. Imagine that, right? But I think this is one of the ways I can do that. I'm not the best fighter, and he was way too strong for any of us to take down. But I have other means, and sometimes I just... Maybe I acted a little quick without thinking it through or talking with you about it, but I think it's gonna keep them safe.
Understood. Then I will not pry. I just know that they are dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was able to investigate a little before we left. And if your friend is well, I'm afraid to say it, but he whispers a devil. You must be careful. They have a toxin in their fluids that can cause you to become addicted. So, my friend, be very careful.
Understood. I thought maybe the burns were the worst of it. And then Tar kind of like pulls the
Burns?
shirt
Oh my!
a little to the side and shows
Holy.
like burn marks on the ribs.
Holy. He just looks a little horrified.
It's not too bad.
He just winces. Do you need
It'll be
to
fine,
ask Bungu
Felix.
to heal you, or
No. It's fine.
are you sure? I mean, this is pretty serious. These are quite, these are extensive.
I'll take care of it. It'll be fine.
Okay. Roll
Felix,
persuasion.
it'll be fine.
Roll persuasion.
Okay, that's a 13.
He's a little bit on board. A little bit. Follow, like, okay. But yeah, he doesn't 100% believe you that it'll be just fine. It's written all over his
Anyways.
face.
I have other things I need to get to. So I will see you later, Felix. And Tar kind of like finger gun shuffles out of the room.
Mm-hmm. He's just... He's watching you. And you know that he is. He's worried, absolutely. As you're moving away, the rest of the party is starting to converge, even though Candy is drunk. I need everyone to roll a perception, please.
Is that me too?
Yeah, all of you. Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody.
Everybody.
16.
Before they come in, though, I just wanted to say we did. Me and Bangu did say we would heal Candy before.
Okay. So Candy...
If they were to see Candy, we wanted to make sure they didn't see her drunk.
Gotcha. Okay, so Candy is not... Candy, you no longer have the poison condition, so you don't take disadvantage to this.
Nice.
I got a 22 on perception.
And
17.
Okay. So that was a 22, 17, 24, 16. Sorry, Bongu, what'd you get?
10.
Okay. So with a 10, you don't notice as fast as everyone else, but everyone else. There is suddenly a ding, 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 and this is as the sun is dipping just past the horizon. Sailors like burst up from the galley tables and head up deck, and there are shouts that guests, get to your rooms. Guests, get to your rooms. Tar, you're the first one to see it because you're still on deck. Everyone else, you have the choice to run up on deck and witness this if you would like to.
Yes.
Oh, Yori 100%.
Yes.
He loves the seas. He wants to see what's going on.
Okay.
Bongu's following behind.
I'm gonna. If can we move anywhere to set up on the deck?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be up near the wheel.
Let me know when you guys are ready, and I will continue my description.
Ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to. Here.
Ready.
Here.
Okay. Final movements. I'll slap Malia on here in a second. Okay. As you all explode up on deck, there is a flurry of movement. All of the masts are being rallied in. Ropes being dropped and then slipped up. Sailors climbing up to tie everything off. And you realize the thunder sound is not thunder. Tar, you're the first one to see this on the horizon. At first, it looks like just a fast-moving swarm. Bats, right? But in the fading rays of light, you hear it. An eagle's cry. And this thing is massive. Someone shouts, "Everyone, tie yourselves off! It's hunting time for a rock!" And the bird but it sounds way, way more terrible. And each flap of its wings is a snap of thunder. And we're going to end there for tonight, as it is headed straight for the queen.
Ooh.
Woo!
Ah!
Woo!
Oh no!
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, that's fucking big.
It's a big bird. Any of you, it can pick up and eat.
Oh shit.
Now you're on my level finally.
Even Bongo at 600 pounds.
Even Bongu at 600 pounds. These are 10-foot squares.
Oh.
40
Right.
feet, is that?
It has roughly a 40-foot wingspan.
No. That's like 2 alligators.
Anything but the metric system, right?
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, chat, for being patient with all of the scuffness that happened on stream today. Thank you, players, as well. Quite the start-go adventure, but next time. Battles on board. Hope to see you. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord so that you can witness the event. And if you're interested in hiring me as your dungeon mistress, my player queue is open. It is a bit of a wait list right now, but as soon as I can get new players in, I'm always willing to and looking forward to hosting your adventures and your stories. If you're not already